everyone, today I will be reviewing the new album by Nothing But Thieves called Broken Machine. The British alternative rock band have been doing a lot of touring, and even with bands like Muse, which I could see them being compared to. When I first heard their debut, I knew they would be a band to watch for because they were stellar right from the start. However, when it came to the sophomore album, I was a little bit hesitant because sophomore albums can either be a lackluster attempt to live up to the debut or an amazing album that proves the band's capability to evolve. And luckily for Nothing But Thieves, it is the latter. Broken Machine not only lives up to the expectations of the debut, but it surpasses that and is really just a brilliant and explosive album. I Was Just a Kid really kicks off this album and announces that it is going places. And let me say that Nothing But Thieves really know how to begin an album because Excuse Me was another fantastic opener on their debut, and these two songs have been some of my favorites released from this artist. I Was Just a Kid is coated in pulsating beats, soft synths, and menacing rhythms that are all complemented by Mason's signature vocals. This just really kicks off the album because this song is a fantastic rock track all around.
So I held my head up against the wall over and over and over and over again.
Amsterdam is a song for me that was love at first listen, and you can bet I've listened to it over and over again. This really shows quite a contrast in softer parts as well as grittier in your face parts, and this can be reflected in the guitar work where some carry this treble effect and some are dirtier and heavier. My favorite part of the song is where Mason just shouts again, and then it just melts into this beautiful haunting bridge where his voice sounds more vulnerable in the way that he's singing, and then the whole thing just kicks off into the explosive chorus again.
Oh, maybe I'm young. I'm sorry, so sorry for what I've done.
It's not just the heavy songs that will capture your attention because this album features a lot of softer songs that will do the same, and one of those is Sorry. I have a quote from guitarist Joe Langridge Brown that I really enjoy because it speaks about the meaning of the song. I will read that to you. Sorry is about getting older and the difficulties associated with it. It's about looking inwards and facing your demons. The song hinges around a flawed individual who can't hold down a relationship, both to the detriment of themselves and their partner. I'll post the source for that quote in my description below if you want to find it and read that interview for yourself. But Sorry I really do enjoy because it is a more vulnerable song, and pandering drums in the background keep it going amidst just really soft instrumentals. The song carries off into these synths that remind me a lot of something that the Killers might compose, and I found that quite a nice touch.
Just a broken machine, not who I used to be. I'm spinning out of control. Now it's time to.
The title track is a hypnotic song that will get stuck in your head. I really adore the overall vibe of this song and appreciate that although it might sound a bit simple in construction, it's not quite. It was written in a minor key and only takes away from that pattern when it goes into flat notes. Overall, I think all these sections of the song really just come together and make it very enjoyable.
We put our lives all up for sale. We get our truth from the Daily Mail. It's madness. Get used to it.
Live Like Animals is a bold song. It's quite different from a lot of their previous tracks, but that risk is well appreciated because the product is this fantastic rock song. Lyrically and musically, there's just this rage carried throughout the song, and it calls out people in politics and those that might live lavishly, and I just really enjoy how the music can be making the same statement that the lyrics are.
I don't wanna be myself. It's making me so unwell. Yeah.
Soda is a soft, beautiful song which discusses someone who is not feeling comfortable with themselves and might want to be someone else, and again, that's one where I just really enjoy the emotions, and there are a lot of songs on this album that I think the lyrics are quite stunning.
I'm a man, but he's so
Made by Design starts up with these darker guitars backed with Mason's breathy vocals, and once the drums come in, the song just builds up into this amazing chorus that really shows off Mason's falsetto. I have to say, he does remind me vocally a little bit of Jeff Buckley, because those are both artists that just have this incredible falsetto range. Particles begins with a simple but groovy bass line, and I really enjoy the background vocals on the song and how they pair up with the instrumentals. The song talks about how the narrator might be aware that he's kind of messed up and self-destructive, but he's willing to change for the person that he loves. And the way that Mason sings this just really reflects that feeling and tells the story of the song brilliantly.
Am I gonna get better, better? Am I gonna get better, better?
Then we have Get Better, which is one that, although I can appreciate the harmonies on it and the guitar work and even what they did in the chorus with the vocals, I'm just not a huge fan of the song. I think that the chorus, just when compared with the rest of the album, just really doesn't stand out, and the song for me is one that I could probably skip. I'm not saying it's a bad song, but it's just one that really didn't do it for me as the rest of the songs on this album did.
They call it
Hell Yeah is a stripped down song, and it's really just touching and emotional in how he compares home with hell. And I think that it's interesting to have this stripped down acoustic song amidst these larger than life in your face tracks, but it was really, really brilliant to make it stripped down, because that is where the emotional and vocal deliverance really stand out and show the feeling of this song just fantastically. It makes it more emotional and connects the listener more and just makes it a really heartbreaking song.
please don't make me start this again. No, my love, your beauty.
Then we have Afterlife, which begins with these haunting, creepy synths, which is really fitting for the subject matter of the song. The song is just kind of eerie, but it really does carry out the album in this melancholy feel that leaves the listener reflective and wanting more. Overall, I loved this album, and I would definitely recommend it if you're a fan of rock music. They really push themselves, and they don't have any boundaries here, because they keep going in directions that I did not see coming. You're met with lots of surprises, but also a good taste of their original sound. This really shows their potential, and I hope they keep going in this direction, because if they do, they could really be a massive rock band. Well, what do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time with my review for Gary Numan's new album, Savage.